Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here with me. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. These are some very difficult trading conditions. So if you are able to be profitable in these conditions, trust me when I say this, you are doing amazingly well. All right. In this video, I want to go over two very popular and effective indicators in the current market. And both of these are currently free. So if you are not using them, make sure you watch this video because they are very effective in this market. All right. So the first one I'm going to go over is going to be the GDAX indicator. And you can use this on TradingView. You can also download it on your MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. There's plenty of them out there, and you can do it right from your terminal inside your MetaTrader 4. But for this video, I'm going to use the GDAX on TradingView. Okay, so this right here is my trading view, or one of my trading views. I currently have two different trading views with different setups, but this is the one that has GDAX on it. And if you're looking for this indicator, the easiest way to find it is click on indicators and then just do a search for GDAX. And you can choose one of these. I am currently using the EMA cross from Stefano 89. So you can see he has two different versions of it. I believe they're both the same, but these are the ones that I'm using. I still have my fair value gap indicator as well as my CCI and stochastic momentum indicator just to look at momentum. But with the GDAX indicator, you really only need the indicator. Now, one of the drawbacks to the indicator is you really don't have a good idea as to where to take profit and where to use your stop loss, which is why I like using my Trendline Pro indicator, which I'm going to show you guys after I go over this, because the Trendline Pro gives me stop losses, it gives me take profits, and when I use both of these together, it's very effective. Okay, so the most important thing to understand when it comes to using GDAX is the EMA lines. If you use a simple moving average or any type of moving average indicator, what you're usually looking for is you want the candles to be above the moving average lines if you're buying. And then if you're selling, you want the candles to be below the moving average lines. So you can see examples of that. So we have a cross right here, and you can see that the candles are below the moving average lines. So the GDAX gave a sell signal here, and then you can see the price dropped. And then after a strong confirmation, you can see another cross, and then it gave a buy signal. And you can also see the candles are above the EMA lines. So this is a very easy indicator to use, and it works better on the 1 hour time frame. I do like looking at it on the 15-minute time frame, just so that I can get ideas of reversals. If you use the 1 hour time frame, you don't really see the dips. So, if you bought here uh, at 28.63 and you held on to this position, obviously you're doing pretty well. And then if you just waited until you got a new signal to sell before you close your positions, if you are a swing trader, then that's pretty good. But for people like me who are day traders, we don't want to be stuck in trades for days at a time. I want to be able to place trades all throughout the day, and on the 1 hour time frame, that can be a little bit harder. because it's not generating as many signals. And then you're missing out on all these potential pullbacks, especially with gold. Gold can easily make a 200 pip pullback. So on the 1 hour time frame, you miss a lot of those trades. But if you switch to the 15-minute time frame, now you can be more active, more signals. It does get a little bit messier, especially if there's a lot of news and things going on. You can see right here, a trigger, sell signal, buy signal, sell. So it's kind of all over the place, and it was very choppy. So you kind of have to be a little experienced to navigate that. But all in all, this is a very good indicator, and it's very rarely wrong. This is also why I like having my fair value gaps, because I can see when sellers are coming in to push the price down, and I can also see when buyers are coming in to push the price up. So in this situation right here, we can see a lot of selling pressure coming in from the bearish fair value gaps. The buyers are still holding strong because the candles have not broken below the EMA lines. So you could, in theory, sell here, but it's not a strong confirmation yet. But once these candles break below the EMA lines, most likely GDAX will trigger a sell signal, and then that's when you can have confidence in selling. So the only drawback with this indicator is going to be that you have to monitor this so that you can spot changes. But other than that, it's very effective in terms of spotting trends, spotting trades, finding areas to sell and buy from. I think this is very effective. And you can edit what you see. So, if you want to have different visuals, it's pretty effective. So if you scroll over and you click on settings, you can see you can change the colors. If you prefer to have something other than a cross, you can do that. So I like it. Okay, but now let me show you uh, the key, well, at least for me, to using this strategy. And let's look at the Trendline Pro. Okay, so now that we're inside my MetaTrader 4, this is one of my demo accounts that I use for practicing and testing things out. So you can see I have the Trendline Pro already added to my MetaTrader 4. Now, one of the things I want to point out is the programmer behind this is extremely popular. So let me just show you where to get this indicator before I forget. So if you go to MQL5, and then in the search, just type in Trendline Pro. You're going to see a couple pop up. So you can use this for auto trading, and you can use it as an indicator. So you can use it as an expert advisor if you want to have it as a bot, or just the indicator. All right. So you have two options. You can choose the MetaTrader 5 or the MetaTrader 4. The MetaTrader 5, I think you have to pay for it. But currently, the cool thing about this is you can add this to your MetaTrader 4 and you can still get the benefits of the signals it provides. And, this has a 4.78 rating out of 5, which is insane. And if you look at the reviews all across the board is very good. I mean, there's so many people that are talking about how great the indicator is. So it's really amazing. And then there's tons of comments as well. So if you want the indicator, you can go to MQL5, click on download, and then it's going to open right inside your MetaTrader 4, and it will install automatically. Okay, so now that we're back inside my MetaTrader 4, if you want to add the indicator from here, just go to Market and type in Trendline Pro, and then that way you can add it directly on your MetaTrader 4. I'm not going to do that in this video, mainly because it takes forever for it to load, and I'm not trying to make this video that much longer. All right. So once you have the Trendline Pro indicator installed to your computer, you can edit a lot. So if you go to your indicators list and you click on edit, the only edit that I make is I change the calculation period. So I leave everything as it is by default. But this right here is what I change. The default setting is 150 days. And I just think that's too much information. And the settings, I just don't think it works effectively well, especially in this market. Every day is a new day in Forex. So if your calculation is too long of a range, it's going to factor in data that may not even be relevant. So changing this to 5 days has helped me improve the accuracy. Now, you can also adjust the take profit and stop loss levels. So if you notice that the signals is giving you like 100 pip stop losses or like 1,000 pip take profits or like only 5 pip take profits, then you can adjust these numbers and see how they work. All right. But for me, I have this where I want it. So I'm just going to leave everything as is. And then we're going to close that. All right. So this is also very important to understand. I am a day trader. I like being in and out of trades the same day. So I don't like being stuck in trades, and I cringe every time I have to hold on to a trade into the next day. So a lot of my settings is based off of me being able to enter trades. All right. So for that reason, I use this on the minute 5 time frame. This way, it's triggering signals all throughout the day. And on top of that, it has a very good win ratio. So you can see the success rate is 89% on the 5 minute time frame. You can see with these current settings, 16 wins, 2 losses. So if I see a signal on this currency pair, then I'm going to take it because I mean, 89% accuracy is very good. And the stop losses are also very good. So it's usually around 30 pips for the stop loss, which is awesome. And if you change the time frame, so let's say, for example, I look at this on the minute 15 time frame. Now we have 5 wins, 3 losses. So still okay. It has 63% win ratio. Not the best, but not the worst. And then if we look at the minute 30, just one win, 1 loss. So you might have a bigger target, but it's not as reliable. So if you use this indicator, make sure you look at different time frames and you go with the time frame that has the best win ratio. So for now, I'm keeping the Euro US dollar on the 5 minute time frame. All right, now let's look at the US dollar Japanese yen. So it gave a signal recently. So currently it's in a bearish trend for the US dollar Japanese yen. And from a fundamental standpoint, the US dollar Japanese yen follows the Dow. The Dow is down, the US dollar is down. So this also makes sense that long-term US dollar Japanese yen should continue going down. The trick is going to be getting the entries right. So on the 5 minute time frame, it has a 59% accuracy, not as reliable. The 15 minute time frame, 57% accuracy, minute 30. So when I see these low win ratios, I'm not going to rely on this indicator for this currency pair in those situations. Now, of course, you can, adjust the settings and things like that to see if you can improve it. But since I have other strategies and I'm not relying on only one strategy, I have different ways of looking at the same currency pairs and finding a setup that I feel comfortable with. I'll just look at one more, the pound Japanese yen. So you can see on the 1 hour time frame, that's not going to be one you're going to use. Let's go to the minute 5. So this is pretty good. 77% win ratio, 17 wins, 5 losses. This is fairly reliable. Look at the minute 15, 6 wins, 3 losses. Okay, but not good. 67% win ratio. And then, okay, we have 100% win ratio on the minute 30. But it's not generating that many trades. So the problem with this is you pretty much have to be staring at your charts in order to find a trade. But this right here is the right time. So this would be a perfect time to take this trade. So it has a sell at 191.808. So I like to let the price pull back a little bit. So you can see right now, the current price is 191 point, 814, 808 is going back and forth. So I'll try and wait until it goes to like 191.900 or something like that. And this way I can get better entries. I can see here the stop loss is at 192.109. So this really helps me get my take profits and my stop loss together. So now when I go to GDAX, we see the sell on on the pound Japanese yen. So let's go to GDAX and look at this. It has this at a buy right now, but look at things are changing. One of the lines. So GDAX is going to wait for the candles to drop below both of the lines before it feels confident in giving a sell signal. We can also see there are bearish fair value gaps coming in to push the price down. So this is looking pretty good. We can see the stochastic momentum index and the CCI is showing strong bearish momentum. So, this is very consistent with the Trendline Pro giving a sell signal. Now, if we go to the 1 hour time frame, let's see what that says. Okay, so it still has it at a buy, but we can see the high at 182.290. So the cool thing about this is between GDAX and Trendline Pro, I already have, my targets. I already know based off of the Trendline Pro, the TP1 is 191.748 and all the way down to 191.296. So those are my numbers. If you follow a group, a lot of them will have different take profits and different stop losses and things like that. A lot of them use indicators that are similar to this. So now when I go back to my trading view, I can see if it's realistic or not. So TP or take profit number 3 is going to be 191.200. So that's just right here, which is very unrealistic. Another way I love looking or using the GDAX indicator is I can see the inflection points. So if you see where all these crosses are, uh, GBPJPY is very good about staying around those levels. So if the price drops too far down, I know there's a very good chance the price is going to come back up to this level. If the candles go too far hot, come back down to this level. So when you have the price all the way up here, even if GDAX hasn't given me a sell signal on it, if my Trendline Pro indicator has given me a signal on it, then I have a very good idea to go ahead and sell in this situation. Okay, guys. So I hope that was very helpful to you and you learned something. If you want to know more about my coaching program, become one of my students, join my hedge fund, make sure you go to the website above, send me an email, ask me any questions you need, and I look forward to working with you guys. Thanks once again for checking out this video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.